Hey everybody, it's Brian from Pi Records. I'm back with Craig Skelly from Little Kahuna to do a product review, and today we're going to talk about the Surfy Trem. In this series, we're talking about Surfy Industries. So thank you, Lorenzo, for putting out such great products. I'll let you take it away, Craig. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Lorenzo started off building these reverb units, these FET spring-based reverb units, and then they moved on and started developing pedals. And it's magic. Lorenzo's got some magic going on. In particular, we're going to talk about the Surfy Trem pedal right here. This one's a vibe, Surfy vibe. We'll do that next up, but for now, I want to stick with this Trem pedal. This is my pedal board for Little Kahuna. I have a tuner, volume. So when I switch back and forth from my Jazzmaster, my Mosrite, my Strats, Jaguar, I can get a consistent volume, then the Trem, then the vibe, then a delay. But that delay is not a Surfy Bear product yet. I'm sure they'll come up with something. Anyway, for now, so what's the magic of this Surfy Trem pedal? So what I'm playing through is a 1964 original Fender Stratocaster. It's going into my Bandmaster right here. This is a 63 Bandmaster. And the reason I chose this amp, well, not only does it sound amazing, but it has a different vibrato than blackface amps. So when Fender designed these brown face amps, they designed it with a different tremolo, harmonic trem it's called. And so what happens is there's several tubes involved in this process that gives it kind of a warble effect. And so if up until Lorenzo came up with this pedal, if you wanted that warble effect, you had to bring out this old gear and take it with you. Now, with the invention of this Surfy Trem pedal right here, you have your choice of blackface, which is the standard bop, 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 or you can go the warble, wah, 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 and you'll hear this in a minute. So this is the magic of this pedal is this sort of thing. See? So it's see how magic that is? That beautiful warble. So now what I'm going to do is switch over. I'm going to turn this off. So that's just reverb. And I'm using this Surfy Bear reverb unit. So I'm going to turn that off. Here's the dry signal. Kind of snappy and nasty. Here's that warble with no reverb. Right, so you want a little reverb on that. So
So that's a really important lesson in surf music when you think maybe the guitar is actually the strings are being bent, but actually that's an effect from the trem.
correct. No string bending at all with regards to the piece that I've just played, the little bit of whatever. So here's the amp. Here's the same thing through the amp. So That's the actual Fender 63 Fender amp right there. Here is a less than a $200 pedal, $4,000 amp, $200 pedal. Phenomenal, Lorenzo. Great job on this pedal, dude. It's always on my pedal board because I've got access. Then we switch to a blackface. Let's switch over to blackface and not even changing any of the settings. You don't get that warble. This is standard, really, trem. Or if you want it faster, you can kick up the speed and do more of a.
What are the cool effects that you get from that? As
that?
opposed to using a regular tremolo, all the strings kind of give that treble effect at the same time.
Exactly. If you're using the bar, let me shut that off and use the bar. See, it's a little impractical to play a lead like that. I mean, Hank Marvin used to do it with the Shadows, you know, patchy. That kind of thing. But it's advanced lead playing to have your what I do is I just put my pinky around this. A lot of people just keep it in their palm. Me, it's easier because then you can move up and down the strings and move this up and down, you know. So yeah, I mean you could do that, but why? I mean, you know, if you want to vary bridge chorus and do that, that's fine too. But if you want to just have this on all the time. So it's a lovely, lovely vibrato, and it gives you both the brown face and the black face, total control over how fast you want it. Here's everything full on the black face. Right? You hear this sound. Then let's everything on the brown. It sounds similar because it doesn't have a chance to warble. A little bit warbly. Wouldn't really do that so much. More, what I like on the blackface trem is, see, just a low. In fact, when George Benson, I heard an interview with him when he developed a Fender amp. There's a twin that's a GB George Benson signature model, and he said when he was recording Breezin', his most famous album, he accidentally kept the reverb, the tremolo, on all the time, but real slow, like this, barely noticeable. And by the way, this flashing light, I don't know, can you see that, Ryan? This flashing light. So it tells you how fast the tremolo is going. So what it gives you the opportunity to do is blend the speed of the trem with the type of song you're playing. So if you want a slow trem like this, you know, you're going to want it's hardly noticeable. And then if you want to kick it up a little bit, let's switch over to blackface and so it's sweet. It's just a really great trem pedal. Here's back to a brown face. You wouldn't do it on this song, but just a great sound, you know. It's, I don't know, I can't say any more about it. It's just a phenomenal pedal. I own a few of them. I won't leave home without it. It's always on my pedal board because I switch amps all the time. So sometimes I'm using black face, sometimes I'm using brown face, sometimes I'm using divided by 13s. I love my divided by 13s. Lately, I bought a couple of Gomez amps, old Dario, built some amps back when, and they've been trading hands on the surf community for a while. And I've got a Tahitian and a G-Verb, and those don't have the warble tremolo. And if I want that sound, I've got to use this pedal. If I want that amp, so the pedal is it's just phenomenal. I just can't say enough about it. Great job, Surfy Bear, on this pedal. It's phenomenal.
Awesome. For more information on the Surfy Trem, you can go to surfyindustries.com, where Lorenzo and company have given a detailed description all the way from the specs to the actual sound, and there's demonstrations. And I'm going to put the link in the description. Also going to put a link to Big Little Kahuna from our big resident gearhead, Craig Skelly. Thank you, Craig.
You bet, Ryan.